I forgot to do my makeup. And then I got here and was like, oh no. And I was like, I'm not going all the way back to do my makeup. So I made do with what I have here. So you get mascara and filled in eyebrows. And so we're gonna make do today. It's my no makeup look. Welcome back to Every Disney Movie Ever. My name is Jess and I'm watching Every Disney Movie Ever. Today I'm going to be talking about Tinkerbell and the Legend of the NeverBeast. Tinkerbell and the Legend of the NeverBeast is a 2015 partial theatrical release about Fawn feeling in her heart that this new creature is good against all legend and people saying that he's evil. It's directed by Steve Loader, animation supervision by Michael Greenholt and Shobhit Trivedi. Editing by Margaret Hou, music by Joel McNeely, and it's written by Mark McCorkle, Kate Kondell, Tom Rogers, and Bob Schooley. Film stars Mae Whitman as Tinkerbell, Ginnifer Goodwin as Fawn, Rosario Dawson as Nyx, Lucy Liu as Silvermist, Raven Symone as Iridessa, Megan Hilty as Rosetta, and Pamela Adlon as Vidia. The film had a limited theatrical release, has a 75% Rotten Tomatoes, no consensus that I can read for you. And then they originally had plans for a 7th and an 8th film, but they were canceled, which is sad. The animation was stunning. This is probably the most gorgeous. It started kind of clunky, but granted these have spanned quite some time as well. This is definitely the most beautiful of the Tinkerbell films. There were some shots in this that were breathtaking. Gruff's design is so unique and fun. I thought that was really interesting. The fact that he had like a possum tail, but his face was all monstery, and he had all these pretty swirls all over him, and his like green flat eye, like so cool. He was a very cool design, and that was really cool. My complaint about animation would be Fawn's redesign now that she is like the main character of this one. That's really annoying to me. Because Fawn, like, in the past has had a braid and, you know, been kind of, what's the word? Tough? Not that she's not tough in this one, obviously she is. But I just think, like, I don't know, they changed her hair, and then I'll touch on it later, but they changed her voice actress, so I just feel like they gave her a redesign because she was going to be the main character, which, I'm not saying the fairies can't change their outfits. Obviously they can. Tinkerbell changes her outfit dependent on the weather and all that kind of stuff. It was just, like, weird to see, like, her hair redesigned and some of her features redesigned, because now she's, like, the main character of this movie. But otherwise the film is, like, really gorgeous, especially for what it is. The score is fantastic, honestly. Like, Joel McNeely really outdid himself. I know he has his moments that are, like, crazy good. This is one of them. I couldn't believe how good the score was for this. Also, the songs with words, you know, like how in all these Tink movies, they've always opened with a song with words. And then, like, maybe, depending on the movie, it might be sprinkled throughout. That is the case for this one. There's an opening song, I think one, like, kind of in the middle and then one at the end for sure. And they were good. They were probably my favorite of the ones we've had, except like maybe the first one's opening, I think might still be my favorite, but the ones in this one are the next, if not the most. This is a very eerie and kind of creepy opening, which I thought was fun and a really cool change of pace. They have like these fairy special forces, which they call scout fairies. That's kind of their intro, which was fun. They didn't really touch on that in the earlier movies. There was a cheese spotting, which is rare because we haven't seen cheese in a while, so I was happy about that. Gruff, I've already touched on his design, but Gruff is the cutest. Oh my gosh, what a little baby angel. I love him. He's so wonderful and the best. This movie destroyed me, you guys. This was so good. This is definitely the best Tinkerbell movie. Its story is so touching and so sweet, and from point A to point B, and, you know, it ends. At this point, the Good Dinosaur video is already out, And you know how I feel at the end of that movie when Arlo says goodbye to Spot? When they all say, like, goodnight to Gruff and he's going back into hibernation for the next, like, 1,000 years. Oof! It just absolutely destroyed me. I was sobbing. I was a mess. It's very sweet the way they set this up, and they have the conflict between Nix and Fawn, because Fawn has a tendency to, like, bring animals into Pixie Hollow that, like, either eat pixies or could harm pixies, and then Fawn knowing that Gruff, this giant creature, like, is not evil, he's definitely fine, but knowing, like, you know, it's kind of a cry wolf situation, and Nix being like, I'm doing everything I can to protect Pixie Hollow, and then you have the conflict of, like, Gruff needing to take in all this lightning to protect Pixie Hollow. It's, like, really interesting and really compelling. Maybe that's a good word. Like, it's good. Like, I think I barely took any notes, and then Aubrey and I both were really, like, quiet for a lot of the movie because we were, like, we were in it. And then at the end when, like, Fawn, like, I knew it was coming because I was like, I mean, he was asleep, so, like, it has to happen. But when Fawn realizes he's, like, it's time for him to go back into hibernation, weeping, tears, just weeping. And then they did the whole goodbye thing where they, like, walked him back to his cave, and they made him a bed and a pillow, and they had a little fresh spring and a nightlight and fresh air. I was a wreck. I was an absolute disaster. And for them to end on this one, especially because, like, this one ends just, like, on them being like, okay, good night, Gruff, and Gruff closes his eyes, and that's it. There's no, like, oh, we miss him, we're still in Pixie Hollow, and everything's fine. That's just how it ends. What a banger to finish on. I really wish they could have done 7 and 8, because these are the kinds of movies, you know how, like, the Buddies movies, they started with the best one, and they just kept getting bad, but then they'd have, like, a random good one. These, I truly feel like, you know, the first one is good, second one's a little rough, and then I feel like it kind of, like, they just started to get better and better and better, because the Pirate Fairy was very good. The whole, like, Captain Hook origin type situation. And then this one is the best one. So, like, for them to get there, like, is crazy for me. I don't know. It was very good. So I'm, like, a little more than a little salty that they recasted Fawn. I was genuinely annoyed to hear Ginnifer Goodwin's voice come out of Fawn. Not because I hate Ginnifer Goodwin, which, like, she does great as Judy Hopps, which that's also soon. So she does great in Zootopia. Love her for that. And she's good as Fawn, but, like, what was wrong with Angela Bartis? I don't understand why they would do that. It feels very yucky. It feels like because Fawn was going to be the main character, they were like, oh, well, like, we need to get a bigger name to be her, which is gross because, like, Angela Bartis, I'm pretty sure Angela Bartis has been Fawn from the first movie, so for her, I, like, need to look into it, but it feels like they just recasted her because they wanted someone with a bigger name to be Fawn because she's the lead character, where, like, the only other recast they've done for the main fairies was Megan Hilty became Rosetta because Kristen Chenoweth, I'm assuming, stepped away because it's Kristen Chenoweth and she was the bigger name. And then Megan Hilty came in and has been doing Rosetta since. But otherwise, I'm pretty sure Pamela Adlon has always been Vidya. Raven Symone and Lucy Liu have always been Iridescent Silvermist, and May Whitman has always been Tinkerbell. So, like, if they can all stay, why the heck are we kicking Angela Bartis out unless it was of her own volition? In which case, rude, because this was the movie you would have starred in. But I guarantee you it was oh, well, we need a bigger name because she's the main character of this one, so we're gonna cast Ginnifer Goodwin, which is, like, so rude to Angela Bartis because she was so good as Fawn. So I was really irritated that they recasted Fawn and redesigned her just because she was going to be the main focus of this movie. That, like, really upset me. And then Rosario Dawson as Nyx, what a pull. We love to see it. Favorite part is Gruff saving everyone and Fawn, just because. Least favorite part, Gruff going back into hibernation, just because it's so sad, but so good. Like, it's a beautiful ending, because no one's dead, but like, watch again, 100%. Recommend 100%. If you've never seen any Tink movie, watch the first one and then watch this one. Like, I don't even care, because, you know, Tinkerbell's not the main focus of this one, so it feels a little bit like it shouldn't be a Tinkerbell movie, but it is, because it's in Pixie Hollow and Tinkerbell's like the fairy, you know? I just, like, what a gorgeous movie, what a beautiful moment. I have never been more convinced in my life to share these movies with my future children, because I missed that radar. Like, I was in the wrong age range for these, so to be able to, like, know about these now, because beautiful stories, beautiful lessons, beautiful friendship, beautiful girlhood in a lot of them, and I just would love to, like, share that and show that to my future kids. So I definitely will be sharing the Tink movies with them, because so good. That's it. That's everything I have for Tinkerbell and the Legend of the NeverBeast, because it is excellent. I am devastated these are over. I think this is the last movie franchise Disney has done, besides Marvel, but that doesn't count. Movie franchise that Disney has done that has ran this long, so, like, we're done with these. I'm gonna get a bunch of one-offs, or, you know, some sequels to some things. You know, like, Toy Story's got 4 movies, so, and soon to be 5, I guess. Ugh, but we'll see. But otherwise, like, they haven't done, you know, like, the Air Bud and Buddy's films, and now Tinkerbell movies. So, like, that kind of stuff is coming to an end, which is sad. So, the end of an era for sure. But that's it. That's everything I have. My final rating is actually going to be 8 NeverBeasts out of 10. Our total movie count is. Our cry count is. Parents I've told is still the same. If you want to keep up with what movie I'm watching when, follow me on all socials. You find out what movie I'm watching when. I put up videos every Monday and Friday and sometimes Wednesday. Join Patreon. I got a tier starting at just $1. You get every video week early, teachers with that, daily trivia, bonus content, all that good stuff. So go check it out. Buy merch. Merch is great. Merch is grand. Until next time, comment, like, subscribe. I'm not in charge of your life. You are, so do, and don't be, I would say, Nyx about it, but she learns her lesson. So everybody give Gruff a mental hug. April